Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Adi Putra Bakti dengan IPN 253111061, kelas SI 25B, mata kuliah Manajemen Bisnis. Di sini saya mau menjelaskan PPT dari Miss Kemala Puji, yaitu Business Management Fundamental of Organization. Ya, next slide pertama, Meaning of Organization. This slide explains that organizing is the deployment of organizational resources to achieve strategic goals. This deployment is done through division of labor, formal lines of authority, and coordination mechanics for various organizational tasks and tasks. Next task. The slide highlights three main elements of organizing. Formal task, assignment individual and department. Number two, formal reporting relationship within in the hierarchy. Number three, systems of mechanism designed to ensure effective coordination. Next, itu ada this slide visualize the element of organization, formal task, reporting relationship, vertical control framework. Together, they show how the organization arranges authority and responsibilities. Next, this slide explains that tasks are broken down into smaller specialist jobs. Employees work only on tasks related to their specialist. The advantage is efficiency and focus. The drawback is that employees may become bored or isolated from doing repetitive tasks. Next, chain of command refers to an unbroken line of authority that links all individuals in an organization to only to only supervisor. Scholar principal authority flow from top to bottom in a clear line. Next, authority is the formal right of a manager to make decisions, issue orders, and allocate resources. Its characteristics are authority belongs to a position, not a person. Number two, it's much accepted by subordinates. Number three, it's flow downward through the hierarchy. Next slide. Responsibility refers to the duty to perform a set to task. Accountability means being answerable for the result of those tasks. Both elements must align with the level of authority given. Next slide. Delegation is the process by which managers transfer authority and responsibility to subordinates. This helps improve efficiency and develop employee skill. Next, effective delegation involves selecting in the right person. Number two, delegating the entire task. Number three, ensuring authority meets responsibility. Number four, giving clear instruction. Number five, providing feedback. Number six, evaluating and rewarding performance. Next slide. Span of control refers to the number of employees supervised by a manager. Traditionally, it was around seven, but many organizations today have matched with wider spans. The appropriate spans depends on the complexity and the routine of the work. Next. So, several factors influence span of control. Stability, stability of the work, similarity of the task, whatever employees works in on location, level employee training, available roles, and procedures, manage workload. More stability usually allows a wider span of control. Next, a tall structure has many hierarchical levels with narrow spans of control. A flat structure has fewer levels and wider spans of control. Modern organizations tend to move toward flat structure for flexibility and quick decision-making. Next, the slide visually compares different organization structure to show how authority levels differ. Next slide. Centralization means decision-making power is concentrated at the top. This is suitable during crisis. Decentralization gives authority to lower level unit, which is effective in dynamic and fast-changing environment. Next slide. This slide introduction 5 steps organizational and structure. Number one, functional. Group by similar skill or function. Number two, divisional. Group by product, region, or program. Number three, metric. Combines functional and divisional with two authority lines. Number four, team-based. Use teams to accomplish specific tasks. Number five, network. A central hub connected to the outside organization electronically. Next, structure example. This slides how example of the is structure for easier understanding of the difference. Next, cross-functional teams consist of the employees from different functional departments. They are temporary or permanent depending on the purpose. Next. A network organization functions like a central hub connected to external specialists. It's a highly flexible, often used in international operations and heavily supported by electronic systems. Next, a virtual organization has very few on-site employees and operates mostly online. Many functions are outsourced, conducted digitally. Next. This slide shows the shift from the traditional vertical structure to more horizontal, flexible structure in the modern workplace. Factor that shape structure. The organization structure is influenced by strategy, environment, technology, level of interdependence among units. High uncertain usually require more flexible structure. Next, as difference between use the department increase the needs for coordination also increase. Organization must adapt to change and ensure department work well together. Next slide. Service technology. Service organizations are characterized by intelligent outputs, direct customer uptake. This affect how organization structure are designed. Next, this is closing slide containing university information that's in percentage and here. In conclusion, organizing is a key management function that ensures task, authority, and coordination are structured effective. With clear division of labor, proper delegation, and the right organization structure, a company can operate more efficient and respond better to change. Using in the appropriate structure, whether functional, divisional, matrix, team-based, or network, help an organization achieve the strategic goal. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.